Well,
we
at work.
we recently just had an incident happen last night.
You did?
Yeah. Keith went upstairs to put our daughter to sleep, and there's an attic door upstairs, and we never use it. And Lindsay has had trouble. I mean, she's lived here since 3rd grade, and I've been her best friend since. So you've had to pull at that door sometimes to even get it open, and it was wide open when he went upstairs. And we have
and it latches shut.
Yeah, it latches. And
all right, just for camera's sake, why don't you go ahead and tell us before we get started on everything, just what's been going on?
Doors opening. Oh, and also last night I was standing in the kitchen and the back door just decided to open.
Okay.
And it was shut. There wasn't a wind, anything. It just slowly opened. And nobody was there. I was home by myself with my daughter. I mean, the dog Carter was inside and that puppy was inside, but they were in here. So I know it wasn't them.
I don't know any 5-week-old puppy that can open a door.
No. And then when I was first, probably about a week in here, my boyfriend was getting my daughter to sleep, and I could have swore, because I left something downstairs that was his, and I could have swore, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I could have swore I heard someone say, all right. I know I did. And I looked at him, I said, what? Because I wasn't sure if he said something. He goes, I didn't say anything. I was like, yes, you did. He said, I'm trying to get her to sleep. And I was just like, that's weird. And Lindsay's had a lighter disappear. She set it on the sink.
And I'll go specifically back to look for it in the same spot, and it is gone. Then a couple hours later, I'll go back in there and it's sitting there.
And has this happened more than once?
Yeah.
Is it always in the same location, like same room that kind of happens? No, it just happens all the time.
The closet door upstairs has opened twice, and we haven't touched it. It's just a little storage closet that we keep her mom's stuff in, like wallpaper, paint, stuff like that.
There's a place up in the top of this place. It's like a hole, and it goes up into the very top, the peak of our house.
The attic, yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's my responsibility then.
What else has happened? I mean,
a couple months ago, me and my boyfriend that did live here was sitting in here, and our dogs was usually locked up in the back. We keep them in a gate, and we could have sworn we heard somebody say, "Get down!" Like come in the back door and say, "Get down" to the dogs. We went back there, and nobody was there, and it was plain as day. Like
she's seen him. She has seen him, and it's her boyfriend's great uncle.
He used to live here.
That's what I was after.
He built this house.
He built and designed this house, lived and died in this house.
And his funeral was in that.
Okay, wait a minute.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's get you two together so John keeps splitting from side to side. Come on, go on there. And just
We've seen this stuff.
Calm down, and this is all okay.
Could I actually get on this side so they're not with the light behind you?
Yeah.
Because right now I'm getting shadows.
Yeah, I mean, we
usually don't document this kind of.
Actually, it's better with it off because we got it on night shot.
Oh,
okay. Okay, and so the uncle. This is your great uncle?
It's my boyfriend's great uncle.
Your boyfriend's, your ex-boyfriend's?
No, we're still together.
Your boyfriend's great uncle.
Pregnant.
Okay, good for you. Congratulations.
We have that recorded.
Yes, it's now part of posterity.
If
All
anyone knew before.
right. Tell the story. Tell the story of the great uncle.
When I first moved in here in 3rd grade, it was probably a week or two that we had lived here. And I was upstairs laying in bed watching TV, and I used to sleep with my door open about this much because I was scared. I was a little kid. And I was just laying there. I wasn't about to fall asleep, so I knew that it wasn't like I just thought I saw it. So I saw an old man with white curly hair. We called him Curly for the longest time.
Okay.
And he looked right around the corner of my door and whistled at me.
He goes,
yeah.
that's how he whistles. He goes,
And I laid there. I was so scared. I just laid there for probably 2 minutes. And there's an indentation in my wall where I finally got up, jumped out of my bed, slammed my door open, ran down the stairways, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs, slid down the stairs, probably touched maybe 3 or 4 because I was so scared. And then you could hear things running up and down the stairs. Or not the stairs, the hallways upstairs. And we had a cat. That was the only animal we had, and she was sitting on the end of the couch.
Okay,
that
so you had
was-
footsteps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw an image come around the corner, whistle, and then
I can
you
almost
hold
remember
it.
exactly what it looked like.
You hold it downstairs. What about an indention in a wall?
Where I
Slung the door open.
I was so scared.
Her brother has seen him too.
Now, how old were you at the
All right,
time?
hang on. Let's finish this one here before we move. The great uncle, right? You say he built the home. He designed it, built it, and at what time did he pass, and what
I'm
happened
not
with
sure
that?
exactly when. I think he just died of old age. I
Okay.
mean, I talked to the guy, my boyfriend's
Okay, I was under the impression
grandfather.
someone hung themselves.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but then
That's
He
it.
might have. I mean, I'm not positive.
the grandpa lives down here and it's his uncle,
Mm-hmm.
and he won't really tell us
Tell you
exactly.
what's going on.
So
But he
So
played.
there's a possible chance of some foul play, but
yeah,
if you could, kind of ask some questions and firm that up for us a little bit, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to know if there was an actual wife taken in the house,
yeah.
just, so we can kind of piece some things together as we go.
Now, you said that he actually had his funeral here in the house?
Right here.
As in the
And
casket?
yeah, and the
casket here?
grandpa that she gets the information from lives right down the street. Played the piano at his
At
visitation
his
and funeral.
funeral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a door over here and a door upstairs opening and shutting. We have some EVPs. That was some voices that was heard downstairs.
Yeah, I heard one upstairs in my daughter's bedroom, which was her old bedroom, and that's the attic door that keeps opening in her bedroom,
Okay.
and then the door right outside her room keeps opening.
Okay, and
So-
when did that start? How far back did that start?
We've lived here for almost 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and when I heard the whisper, that was about a week.
Okay.
And then the door started opening. The attic door and this door didn't start opening till, what was it, yesterday? Last night? And then the door kept opening after I got off the phone with you.
Okay.
So, because when I was on the phone with you, did you hear me
Okay,
shut it?
Okay, I'm immediately thinking right now that we're coming out of winter into spring.
Settling, or not
Settling.
settling, but swelling, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check
That's
that.
a strong possibility. Now, our purpose here tonight is to collect as much evidence as we can. We're going to try and debunk as much as we can and come up with some, if there are reasonable explanations for things that are happening, then we'll
explain those to you.
Yeah,
If
we'll
we-
go that route first. And then anything that we catch that we can't explain, then
Like upstairs in my daughter's room, I don't like I don't go upstairs at night by myself. You can ask, I will not
Now,
go
is your daughter
upstairs.
here now?
No.
Okay,
She's 9 months.
okay.
So,
And we're also going to try our hardest to catch any of these voices.
Okay.
We're really
Because,
good
I mean,
at that, so.
I don't like I didn't like, it was like the third day when we were living here, I just remember this. I was upstairs, you and Lindsay were down here, her friend Lindsay was here, and I heard like this. I heard it, and I was like, Lindsay's! And so they come upstairs, and I was
you
like,
heard this upstairs?
yeah. And I
Okay.
said, do you guys knock? And they're like, no. I was like, dude, I swear I just heard a knock. And then I did it on the door, and that's exactly what it sounded like.
Okay.
And I just feel uncomfortable in her room. I don't feel the best
What's
in
your
her
daughter's
room.
name?
Sage.
Sage.
I mean, I feel like I'm being watched in her room. Like, I just always think someone's there.
Okay, so we're seeing shadow figures or
Apparitions.
yes,
yeah.
apparitions. Thank you. I'm just like, whoa. I haven't been awake very
Oh.
long. Okay, so we're seeing shadow figures, apparitions,
Audible noises.
audible
Yeah.
noises, doors closing, opening, whatever, tapping. Shoot, just about anything else.
Yeah.
All right, so what I think we should do now is.
Oh, I have another.
Okay.
That thing, that right there, that has all the movies in it, that's hung up, that was actually placed, here, I'm gonna go around you. That was actually propped right here before we hung it up. And me and Keith were upstairs sleeping. Lindsay wasn't home, the dogs were locked up, and we heard a big crash. And so I was like, what was that? And he came downstairs, he looked in all the rooms and everything. I stood at the top steps, I was like, what is going on? And then he turns on this light, he said, oh! I was like, what? This had fallen down and this door was open. It fell on that, but it was propped up on these guitars. So it fell this way, but the end propped up.